better check it out.
You doing okay there, Spidey? You sound a little bit unenthused by this whole exploding building situation. Now, it's not my job to tell you how to do your job, but it seems like you would want to feel a little bit more urgent about something like this. But no, in spite of that, you can actually dick around as much as you want in the city, and the game won't stop you. There's no time limit. Also, the cops just sit here. They never even make an attempt to take out the assailants themselves. Just leave that up to Spider-Man. Why even bother showing up, you know, just for appearance purposes? Just let Spider-Man handle these guys. Never mind that the ray guns don't even hurt, apparently.
What do these guys have against doors? Hey, hold the elevator!
There's actually a surprising amount of things to do in this lobby, like turn off the alarm, and I think this counts as a positive toward the game. There's a lot of people to rescue and extra objectives like that spider we already got. There's even a hidden objective that we can only complete if we defeat all the thugs in the area. Which you don't need to do. We could head into the elevator right now and just proceed forward, but we're not going to do that. Because we want to see the extra stuff. Like those completely useless spider coins that you would never ever have trouble collecting. Ever. Even if you only had one arm.
That was something else.
That guy won't even say anything to you unless you walk right up to him. Seems pretty ungrateful to me. So, if you defeat all the thugs in the area, some more spawn outside. You might wonder what the point of this is. And the answer is for points. They all give you points. But I thought it was kind of cool that this extra objective was hidden here and that no one would ever find it because people hate this game. And the people who don't hate this game don't know it existed because if they did, they would hate it. But I'm going to count this entire lobby as a positive, because there's a lot more to do in here than you would ever think.
Spider-Man, Doc Ock is going to blow up the building. He set 8 bombs, and they're already ticking down.
Gotta find those bombs.
Yeah, man, I guess I better find those bombs. I mean, it seems important or something. I don't know. I better find them. Gotta find those bombs. So the enemy AI has a real trouble with doors. They seem incapable of walking through them. And they just kind of stand there dumbfounded at this new technology called doors. Open doors.
Come here.
You're welcome, sir. What were you working on in here? Looks like pretty interesting stuff that I can't read. Looks neat though, he drew a stick figure. So these electrical floors and ceiling can easily be bypassed by crawling past them. If you do hit them though, it doesn't hurt very much. Spidey just goes, ow. This game does supposedly have a soundtrack. Sometimes I think I hear something that sounds sort of like music, but not really.
Why do I get the feeling someone has planned?
So here's where we gain the web shoot ability. We can't use it on command though because there's only one action button, so we have to wait for the little spider icon to tell us we can shoot before we can actually do it. Alright, let's see about these bombs. Alright, I think I got this. I am a bomb defusal expert. We can't leave through the door in here, we have to leave through the windows, which you could see had a shoot icon on them, but we could have punched them open as well. I accidentally go the wrong direction here, I think, or I don't. But as you can see, the electricity doesn't hurt Spider-Man very much, he just kind of goes, ow, and it stings a little. So basically, it's a maze of doors, and you run around disabling 8 identical bombs that you have to play Simon Says to use. I guess maybe the thugs aren't very smart, and that's why.
Spider-Man! Your luck just ran out.
So the doors in here are locked as well, and the room starts filling with deadly gas, but we can still escape through the window. That might have been a lot cooler if the window didn't have a giant icon floating on it telling us that we could escape through there. This is one of the longer levels in the game, even if you know exactly what you're doing, and I'm going to cut out quite a bit of it for your convenience. We're still going to see all the interesting parts, don't worry. The things that are going to be missing are, just more walking around hallways. I swear to God, it's not my audio balancing that makes the game this quiet. It wouldn't matter if I turned my audio up all the way right now. It would have right there because there were sound effects, but for the most part this game is almost utterly silent. There's nowhere to go but in here. Well, that room surely looks interesting, but there is a spider behind it. You might have noticed that we don't need to pull the spiders with our webbing, we can just run over them. You're meant to gradually platform down this room, but you can skip all of that by simply falling down to the bottom right away, like so. There's also no stated reason why Doc Ock would want to blow up Oscorp. This is Oscorp, by the way, but there's no stated reason why he would want to do this. And I don't think it's very in character for him either. In character for his movie self, I mean, which this game is based off of, supposedly. Supposedly. He is here to steal technology, but he doesn't have to blow up the building to do that.
I've had enough of you, Spider-Man. I charge you with one chore. Squash that bug once and for all. Make sure he never crawls out of this place. Come here, wall crawler.
We'll fight this fellow in a second, but if we can just wait patiently. I want to look at this giant machine in the room. Looks like some kind of laser drill, and it made a hole through what looks like metal. Seems pretty sweet. Like I said, I absolutely love little details like that. They're just so cool. This guy seems pretty determined to take us down. You shouldn't thank me yet. There's a big guy coming right after me. I'm sure he'll be here any second. Any second now. Alright, watch out, lady. It's gonna be ugly. Oh, it's locked. Okay, I guess he's trapped in there forever. Yes, I did do that on purpose because I thought it would be hilarious. You're welcome. I always thought it was a little strange that that big guy got his own cutscene when he's not any stronger than any of the other enemies. Just a few jump kicks will take him out like anybody else. Anyway, there's another somewhat interesting room up ahead, which also deals with electricity like the previous one. The entire floor is coated in electricity, but if we blow up these generators, the electricity turns off, allowing us to move more freely. There's also cameras on the ceiling, and if they spot us, the turrets will shoot us. However, it's very easy to shoot them before they even see us. I'm a little confused. Did they move the generators in here to make the floor electrified? I mean, I guess that's not out of the question considering they moved 8 bombs in here, which are probably very heavy. Or is this part of the normal security? Because if it is, it trapped this poor man in here who looks like he's about to have a heart attack, so the security didn't do a very good job keeping people safe. Don't worry, sir, I've got this. I'm a professional. Alright, it's all good now. You're safe, and I'm gonna jump cut to the boss fight.
Be sure this shipment arrives by freight train tonight. The time frame for my experiment is more delicate than you fools seem to appreciate. And be ready to handle my spider problem if Rhino fumbles the task again.
Ock has to be around here somewhere.
Remember me, Spider-Man?
Oh, I'm sorry, I requested a private room.
Ha ha ha! Let's see how funny you are after I scrape you off the bottom of my foot! Where you gonna run this time, web slinger? Ain't much room to dodge in here!
Don't say ain't. It makes you sound stupid. Never mind.
That's it! I'm gonna smash you!
This room's too small to dodge Rhino. Maybe if I can make him ram these generators.
Oh man, there isn't any room to dodge Rhino. I better dodge Rhino. I'm not sure what that cutscene was for, because we're doing the same thing we did last time we fought him. Yet the cutscene implied it was something different. Anyway, this fight is exactly the same. And this isn't the only game with Rhino boss fights like this. Another one comes to mind, Spider-Man 2000 on the PS1. But I really love that game. And as I mentioned way back in my Let's Play of Spider-Man 2000, that fight against Rhino has a lot of nuances to it in spite of it being very simple in execution. There were multiple ways to attack him, he behaved very differently depending on what you did. It felt a lot more like an actual fight than this does. There's nothing to this at all. I suppose I should mention that it is possible to glitch Rhino into hitting 2 generators at the same time, but that's definitely not intentional, so I can't count it as a positive, even if it is really funny. There are quite a few interesting rooms in this level, but they're only interesting if you're looking for interesting things. If you're a child, maybe they would be entertaining, but if you're an adult, this would be not good. The only wholly positive thing I have to say about this stage is that the lobby has a lot more to it than it would seem at first appearance. Oh, and it confirms the canon that Doc Ock really likes Simon Says. So Spidey had to move into the center of the room here. Otherwise he wouldn't be in the way when this thing collapsed. I mean, we weren't anywhere near the center of the room and Spidey had no reason to move there, but whatever.
Now that Rhino's out of the way, gotta find Doc. Something's wrong.
Not so fast, you little bug! You really think I'd be that easy?
So this is where the game takes a turn for the darker and tries to reach that more mature audience. How we beat Rhino this time is we have to break open these vials of what looks like freezing chemicals. We have to dodge him, of course, while we do this. This is a slightly more interesting way to have a Rhino boss fight. I'm not sure why they didn't just do this instead of recycling the old one, but whatever.
Wall crawler!
Here, Rhino! Think fast!
You're only making me angrier! I'm gonna clobber you, bad punk!
Iced Rhino. Christmas just comes earlier every year.